I've heard of temples being decimated as far as Isilra. I don't know if I can trust you with the name of my deity.
Well, we can close the
we're
closet
good with
door
Tevin,
again.
right?
We
I
can
mean,
just,
Tevin.
yeah.
Yes,
Tevin.
but the rest of you seem... What gods do you follow?
We've met a few.
When you say follow, there are some that we like, keep up with, like what they have going on, like on social media.
You seem very interesting.
You've interfaced with the matron?
Do we all see this little girl?
As you pointed out, yes, indeed, the little girl's in there, just kind of looking up, kind of beneath this long red, like deep red hair.
I'm gonna step up to the door, just at the edge of the door. Hey, you want to talk?
Everybody get ready.
All of you hear, sourcelessly through your minds and shaking the very air around your ears. Yes.
Let's make a deal. Are you Dominox or are you someone else?
I am called Dominox, yes.
Kind of cute.
I know, she's fun, scary.
What's the ratio, though, Laudna? What's the ratio?
Dominox, sweetie.
Where are you? I can't see you.
Right here, right. Can you see me? I tap on the glass like I'm an annoying kid at an aquarium. Tap, 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 tap.
The little girl kind of looks around, open to the space. I can't see you.
Well,
it's dark in here.
Okay, well, honestly, you don't need to see me. You just need to hear us for a moment. So, listen, we are trying to fight a really bad man. And it is a really bad man who wanted to, use you and exploit you. And, if we, let you go, you could have your revenge.
I would like that very much.
But you can't. We're good. We're the good people, so you can't do anything mean to us. But you could join us, and you could fight the bad man.
What is Tevin doing right now?
Yeah, what is Tevin doing right now?
As you're having this conversation, Tevin is partway into the hall, the stairs that lead down out, the door is partially open, holding the blade at his back, and he's just like looking at you all for the go.
Ask the little angel if she's seen lewdness in there.
Oh, little sweet pea. Have you seen this very bad man? Have you seen lewdness?
I have.
Oh!
He brought many friends.
Yes, no, I know. We met his friends. You did quite the number on them.
I was hungry.
Okay.
I'm
I've been
getting
here
bad
so long.
Okay. No, we know 1,000 years. Do you know how long that is?
I don't really.
When was the last time you saw this man and his big, bad, meanie friends?
I can't say, it's so dark. He was here. He's a strong one. He got away. But he's still near. I can feel him.
Okay.
Tevin speaks up and says,
Under no circumstances are you to set this thing free.
Pulls his blade out.
No, you got it.
But I mean, you could hit it.
Is it locked in place?
It's floating freely.
I'm going to say in Breas's head, does it look like you could move it?
What the fuck was that?
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. You could just talk to me.
No, I don't want it to hear us. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Maybe I could try. Should I try?
Well, I don't want you to die. We have a bad habit.
Very nice of
losing.
you.
Yeah, it's.
You just met me.
Well, yeah, that's true.
All right.
But I feel a connection to you, you know?
Really? Are you single?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
The rest of you.
Okay.
Question.
Okay.
I want to try something.
I want to try something too.
Something. What do you want to go first?
No, well,
No.
You guys talk a lot. Should we just hit something and,
I want to cast telekinesis.
You want to cast telekinesis?
I do.
Is it? Are you trying to do something with this door?
No.
Okay. You go first.
Okay. I'm going to cast telekinesis.
Okay. I merely wish to talk. And it's going to go ahead and fly 60 feet back into the tunnel, just past where you are, Chetney. Like just rushes past you, shh, and stands there with his arms crossed.
All right, let's do it.
What are you all doing?
Let's do it.
Okay. We should
Talk.
We should talk to him.
Laudna follows. Lewdness.
Okay.
I'm staying quiet.
I would like to have a chance to show you something. An opportunity to understand each other. Speak your mind, and I can speak mine, but all I ask is a moment to show you. Follow at your own behest. And he turns, continues to walk down the hallway away from you.
I look at Laudna. And I follow Lewdness.
And I follow Imogen.
Have a familiar air about you.
You're getting warmer.
You are ever tenacious, aren't you, Delilah?
What did he say? I missed that.
tenacious, aren't you, Delilah?
You could have been so very bright had you not fallen to selfish interests and darker faith.
Even he knows.
Now do you cling to your broken shores for our world, hungry and desperate, Delilah? Within you, you can feel something within you, like reaching, trying to will itself out and reach, like it wants to devour the magic of lewdness itself.
This is good. This feels good.
The focus past you towards Delilah focuses in on you. I can free you from your tortured binding. Grant you both a second chance at life without her shadow. And then looks back past you into Delilah. And you, another chance for redemption in the eyes of history.
All right.
All right. Like you're saying yes?
I'm just curious how we would go about it.
Join me in the vanguard.
See, there's always an ultimatum.
Does it seem like he's lying? Is he lying? Is he lying?
Make an insight check.
I'll assist.
Okay. Oh, you were sitting on your own again. Fucking hell, fuck! Wow. 11.
21.
Oh.
Whoa!
So far. He smiles when he doesn't want to answer.
I believe I've been extremely forthright with you from the very beginning. And understandably, you've been conflicted.
We're gonna be conflicted if you're freaking killing people that we love and care about. Like, what do we...
I'm not conflicted. I have taken a vow to kill you, and I will. Today, if possible.
I feel like that's
beside the point, though.
Wait, answer the question! What are you missing?
We already know.
Yes, what are you missing?
We already know what
missing?
he's missing. He needs Imogen. He needs Liliana. He needs a Rudisborn.
Is that true?
You look at Imogen every time this question comes up.
She's very pretty.
His face falls a little sad.
Yeah. What is that?
It's not for you, love.
Well, what are you
Looks
pulling it
back
out
towards
for?
you. And says, I'll await your answer to my offer. For you always were a crafty one. Here. A means to take what you seek and fill me with clarity of mind. Find me when you're free of these disappointments.
No!
You grab the gem.
Oh, fuck.
Are you trying to slap out of her hand?
I would try and make a swipe at it, but I don't know.
All right,
if I
so
can
make
hear you.
contested dexterity checks.
This happened in campaign 1. If I see it, I'm going to try and stop it.
This isn't with your dexterity, though. So both of you roll a d20.
Delilah's a rogue, right?
Yeah. And very athletic.
Yeah.
Just dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Telekinesis. Telekinesis.
Can I telekinesis?
13.
19.
You catch it in your hand and grab it. The hunger inside you surges with fury and frustration as the shadow swarms and you reach over and grab onto Chetney's arm. You feel like your body is now being pulled and wrested from your grasp. What do you do?
No, I'm just kidding. Come get it!
It's amazing that you figured out how to get it to suck in that quick. That's really, that's some muscle control.
I'm not really in control, right? I'm holding on to Chetney.
I mean, your body just went like on its own.
Get it, girl.
What do you do?
Rip out his throat.
Hunger of the Shadow.
All right, go ahead and roll.
I could throw out 3-word names.
4. Go ahead and roll.
I think that technically
Hunger of Shadow. Hunger of the Shadow.
If it's like very much Delilah provoked, which feels like what you're telling me, right?
Something within you is forcing your body to do this, and you're gonna follow. If you want to follow it up with that, then go ahead and roll an attack against. Is this against Chetney or is this against what he grabbed?
Chetney. As I just, I'm grabbing Chetney,
Yeah.
not what he grabbed. So
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack.
And while
I'm
shit's
re-
happening, I'd try and like put it in the bag of holding. I'm holding the bag of holding.
I'm really sorry.
Destroy the bag of holding. Destroy the bag of holding. That's not good.
Okay. I'm pretty sure yes hits. 21.
What's your AC?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and roll damage for your Hunger of the Shadow Shard.
Aren't these your friends? I'm not so sure anymore.
I got a crazy dead lady inside me. All right, that does 8, 9,
Is she single?
12. She might be soon.
I got a crazy dead lady inside me.
She needs a rebound, to be fair. Real bad.
Maybe that could solve
Oh wait, it does 5.
Here's what
It went
Always
up.
does.
That's all she did this whole time.
It was a pretty weak roll. 14 necrotic damage,
14 necrotic damage to you, Chetney.
and I regain a warlock spell slot.
Yes, you do.
as that hits like this necrotic stuff, I will take the bag of holding and I will throw the bag of holding towards Dorian.
Oh.
And I try to snap out of it immediately.
Okay.
Keep away! Keep away! She gets attracted to powerful stuff. Bitch, that fucking stuff.
Did you get it in the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the bag.
Can you gonna throw the bag away?
I threw it to Dorian.
Oh.
I just try to like rip my hand apart and just like fucking like claw at my head and try to come back.
It looks like you have enough to deal with within your midst. Find me when you've decided what you need. Delilah, there is so much within these ruins that could be of help to you.
Wait, I'm gonna try to take.
Closes shut.
I close my eyes.
Yes?
He's haunted by my spirit.
Oh, right. So he is? Yeah. You close your eyes and focus, and you can feel him kind of like beyond the door, and then he's gone.
He's gone.
However, at this time, as you close your eyes and kind of pierce into that darkness, you feel yourself falling into that shadow. And you hear heavily, fuzzily, plunging into your ears. I've waited too long to been this close and have it taken.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything. I tried. You tried. This is on you.
I'll do what I always do. What must be done.
What are you doing? I'm gripping on Ashton, by the way.
Am I hearing this shit?
Yeah, that's a question.
You're hearing her
saying
talking.
this?
Are you talking the same thing out loud, or are you?
Yeah, 100%.
As soon as I hear her talking to herself, I'm
saying it- I would
tiptoeing
be saying it out
slowly
loud.
away, as far away from her as possible.
I'm walking towards
Her
her.
fingers are just in my rib cage. Like,
I'm over. She's
No, I
on
let
me.
go
Oh,
of I
okay,
let go
good.
of Chetney, but I'm gripping Ashton,
Yeah.
and I mean you can hear me saying this.
Hey,
She's gonna take me.
she's not going to take you. You're here.
She's gonna take me.
Isaac glances to you and it's like his hands are glowing and he's like at the ready. He's like, what do we do? Is this an issue?
If we
I
have
look
to
at
knock her
Imogen.
unconscious, we will. But she can pull through this. How close are you, by the way, HP wise?
I'm full.
You're full. Good to know.
I'm gonna look at you. Straight in the eyes.
What did she say?
What do I see?
You see, like, the darkness of Laudna's eyes, and that spark, that liveliness, that beauty is receding. And where the shadow is flickering up the shoulders, you can see it like flicking up the neck a little bit.
I didn't mean it.
It's okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
oh shit! Escalation. No big deal. No big deal.
What is happening?
Better.
Failing's way more fun.
No, it's not.
I'm all used this pretty. Just a straight wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
My wisdom is high.
Yes. Yes.
18.
18 total.
18 total?
Yep.
As you're looking into her eyes, the shadow begins to subside, and she kind of doubles into her arms, grabbing herself as the tension in the room goes quiet.
I am holding on. I am watching like a fucking. I actually am very quietly going to pull your head up so I can see your fucking face.
Bursts into a swirling flare of dark black and purple energy around. You watch as Laudna begins to rise up, her body extending, twisting, her fingers clawing at the end, her jaw descends, her eyes now these open, vacant sockets with burning purple light in them. She screams outward as the purple energy swirls up around her to form the ghostly outer form of Delilah Briarwood.
Oh shit!
And we're gonna go to break. And return
Oh no!
Oh my god.
What? I don't know. I don't know any of this.
He just monologued at us for an hour and flipped the table!
White snow! If Chetney's there, everyone else have any preferences to their placement? I know that you were holding on to Laudna.
I was right in front. I had either side of her face, and I was looking at her.
Correct. So you would likely be over here.
I think Orm will be wherever Bray is.
Yeah.
All right, and so there.
We all know what I meant.
What?
Whoa. There she is.
Wait. I look so cool.
Oh, that's scary.
You are.
Look at all those.
Wait, can I see it?
Look at Laudna's face.
Yeah, careful, it's a little fragile.
Careful.
That is so cool.
Look at her.
Oh, you're in the bottom. She's coming out your hair.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta get a picture.
It's gonna be on the show. Play the game. It's for you. Sorry, podcast. Sorry.
The mini stuff.
I like the notion that Laudna is like trying to Instagram this while the fight's going on.
I know.
Guys, check out my latest transformation.
All right, so what? So Worm, you're up.
So in a split second here, they seem merged, or does it seem like there's more Delilah floating in the space above Laudna? What does it appear like?
It appears like Laudna is encircled in like a shadow swirl that is taking the shape of Delilah kind of around and through her.
Okay. So the miniature it seems like top and bottom, but it's more.
It's more of a continued
mingled.
piece, yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to roll under Ashton's legs so that I am sort of by Imogen, so I don't leave her Laudna's melee. Other way, sorry.
Oh, they're here?
Yeah.
You got it.
And can I see? I want to make a perception check, or whatever check would be. What is Laudna's disposition in this moment?
Yeah, good question.
Okay, go ahead and make an insight check.
Can we see her face as the tendrils of all this stuff are like
10
coming up out of her?
What about you asking if you
Can we see Laudna's face?
Oh yeah, you can see like the jaw is like elongated and detached almost. The massive sockets, just like this black empty spaces with purple flames burning out. The teeth and the gums are like stretched and separated. It's nightmare. Cool.
The end. I'm gonna keep my eyes on hers, and Orm's gonna say, Laudna, please. And then I'm gonna throw Seedling on the ground and throw my shield on the ground and just look at her and hope that she sees me.
Okay, you got it.
And I'm just gonna look at Laudna and Delilah.
I blamed it that way.
It was you.
Delilah, you're not getting out of there unless we help you. So you work with us, or we kill you again.
Can I jump on that since I'm next?
Sure, yeah.
And maybe give this and say, nobody hates you more than me. But you know we want the same thing right now. And I'd give anything to separate you from her.
As the shadow swirling is still congealing through the middle of this, you can see the flickering shape of her face, the eyes a lit yellowish within the center of this magical shadow that just drifts around her. The flickering power sending out a slow whirlwind around her. All of a sudden the attention of the shadow shifts to you. I've been so patient and you all take far too long. You take the rest of your turn if you like.
No, me too.
It's my dick in a box.
Ooh! I don't want to fight her. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
What level?
Well, let's see what I got. I can do it at third. A bigger one doesn't make it more powerful. It just makes more people
Correct.
available.
Is magic still weird?
Magic's weird, so I'm doing it at third level. That's what I got.
That's the standard third level? All right, go ahead.
It's a standard second level.
I thought it was the second level
Yeah,
spell.
so I'm bumping it up because I don't have any seconds left, so it's a third level.
Got you. Okay. So go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
15.
All right, you're fine. So for her save on that, it's a natural 20. As you release the spell, you can see kind of the drifting waves of your psychic power kind of whiffed outward like a slight breeze of sparkles, and it just kind of cuts down the middle and is separated and cast off. The slow-moving necrotic wind just carving through it in an instant. Do you want to move or stay put?
She gonna attack me if I move away.
Well, she's already used your reaction to cast shield.
I move away.
Where do you want to move?
So these actions are all I can do?
These are actions you can take if you manage to succeed on your save. So go ahead and make a wisdom save first.
But in addition to other actions?
No,
Or
you can
these are
choose
right.
those or take an action. Like those are added to your repertoire
They're
of
added,
actions
that's
you
what I'm
can
asking.
take. Yeah.
What'd you roll? Yeah, that's a success. I rolled a natural 17 plus 8.
Another 19.
Great.
17 without the
need it.
inspiration.
How do you know?
So I don't need it.
Great. So you get to make a turn.
So you can make a turn if you pass the. Okay. I see. I
Make
see.
a turn.
You will yourself into the body from the sunken place. You force your way out into your form, which is still transformed, and you're barely holding on for just a moment of time.
Come on, Lottie.
Okay.
You can use any of your powers that you want to,
Da-da-da.
or you can take either of those actions in the card.
Okay. I can take a full turn.
So you can move, bonus action, and action.
Okay. You see for a second Laudna break free from the visage that is Delilah. And I just very gently take a few steps forward and turn around and look up at Delilah, very calmly.
Okay.
And then I say, please. We both just want peace. Either work with me, or it's time for you to go. And I will use... Shit. Do we want, I will use Wrestle from Within.
What the heck is that?
Until the end of Delilah's next turn, all attack rolls against her have advantage.
Whoa.
I am going to, okay, I'm fighting her control, so I'm going to turn and scramble, and I turn to Breas and Ashton and Orem and my entire party standing behind me, and you see me turn to everybody and just reach out, and I'm gonna dart, bringing Delilah with me back into the center of them, and like right before I get swallowed again, I'm gonna just say, kill her!
Right here?
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay.
As
All
I
right.
go past, any
And so,
That's the first.
as Delilah takes her turn, furious in the sense of this, she's going to go ahead and snap control from you. You're still wrestling from within. You can see the physical body is fighting her, but she's still remaining focused. She's going to go ahead and, as an action, she's going to cast Blade of Disaster.
What?
You watch as she raises her hand up in the air, and she carves a line through the middle of nothing. As the black line carves open, it opens up and something black spills out onto the ground. And from it rises a black blade that is hooked, wrapped in bandages, and kind of just floats in the air. It has a dark, ominous kind of ebon obsidian.
No fucking way, Matt
That's
Mercer.
exactly
no
what it is.
fucking
That's
way.
exactly what it is.
Craven
It's totally Craven
It's not
Edge.
fucking Craven Edge. It's not something from the dimension we sealed it away in.
That's throw it into a dimension.
She's briefly summoned it here,
That was the Dread Emperor dimension, it wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah.
and it is going to make can only make one attack because of your ability against you.
That's good.
That's going to be 24 to hit.
yes. That
Wait,
hit.
just double checking. Yeah.
That was the cameo I was not expecting.
24 to hit.
Yes.
All right, you take
Oh, This blade
No, that's
sucks,
not
y'all.
good. You take 44 points of force damage.
This blade is bad.
Wait,
Orm's down.
wait, that was.
We don't wait.
You didn't heal during your short rest?
Are you
I
within?
used all my hit dice on the
Okay.
last short rest.
Were
Are you within 30 feet
Yeah,
of me?
yeah.
Then you go.
To heaven?
You go to heaven.
It gets halved, right? Where do I go?
Your hit point
Razor
maximum can't be reduced.
Applebee's.
Oh, in addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura with 0 hit points. Okay,
Was
so you
that-
start
was
your
that
next
a
turn
spell?
with 1 hit point.
That was.
Okay.
Was that spell
But you're still
damage?
up.
I'm unconscious.
It was not a
unconscious right now.
damaging spell. It summoned something and then it damaged with its attack.
But
So,
it wasn't
so
Okay, wait.
double checking. What kind of damage was that?
Force.
Oh, it's force damage. Fuck.
Shit, Matt. What the
wait.
fuck?
That was her action.
Oh my god.
Stop!
With her bonus action,
No,
she's going to go
no!
ahead and, as the sword there kind of carves through Orm and Orm falls to the ground, I'll pluck each of your lives and feed your souls to my destined essence. We have great things ahead of us, Laudna. As you're fighting within, she raises her hands up, and from the nearby rubble, rocks shift. And you watch as skeletal hands rise and pull up. Spirits begin to emerge as she summons undead in the space
No
around
clerics.
her.
Oh.
I wanted to raise skeletons this whole game, and now she's doing it. What a
It's kind of what she
What
does, to be
the-
fair.
She's
Taking your bang. Whack! One heavy hit. You watch this shadow and blood and bone go flying back from the impact. And as you pull your hammer back, you can see the entire shoulder, like Laudna's left shoulder, is like broken out and is barely holding on.
We're trying to kill your friend.
We're trying to knock her unconscious, and I'm.
We are?
Well, I'm trying to hit Delilah until Delilah fucking.
I thought we were trying to hit Delilah.
Yeah, which I assume is
they're
what's happening.
interwoven.
They're interwoven.
Yeah, so
It's not like.
I'll say the hammer strikes you missed before were like going through her shadow
Yeah.
form with no impact, and so now you have to go for Laudna.
yeah,
to do the
it's
hit.
just how it is. And
So you come to consciousness with 1 hit point. You're still on the ground, prone, and you just hear the shifting of stone. The broken, shattered shoulder of Laudna's kind of wraith form is like popping back into place.
Holy shit! I have no idea what to do. I will stand. I will
you get your second one back. Did you?
dress to the damage.
No, just the attack.
Sorry.
Okay, okay. So let's keep going. And I'm apologizing. Laudna, please forgive me. You suffered enough. You've been hurt enough. Please step away from it. That's a 25 to hit.
25 to hit.
Another goading attack. I really should have made it.
Oh,
wisdom.
sorry, everything's with.
Finishes your go.
That finishes my go.
Imogen, you are up with Essica.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around so I can turn around so I can look into the eyes of my girlfriend, baby. And I'm gonna bonus action light up my robe, activate my rune on my robe,
Okay.
which is gonna give me a +2 to my attack, and spell attack, and +2 to my DC. Okay. So, I'm gonna think back to a long time ago, and I'm gonna look at Laudna, and I'm just gonna say, I love you. I'm trusting you. And I'm gonna twin spell catapult at 6th level.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up 2 of the ruined pieces and slam them into her at the same time.
They have sort of a complicated relationship, I think. Stuff. Nice.
Finishing your turn, it is now back to Delilah. And Laudna, top of your turn, make a wisdom saving throw for
I'm
me.
assuming I don't have any like reactions throughout any of this. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
Or my bardic inspiration, I mean. Okay, yeah, that succeeds. That's 18 plus 4 for bardic inspiration, so 22.
Yeah, so you get to take your full round. What do you want to do, Laudna?
Yes.
Okay. Taking inspiration from Imogen, I'm gonna use my last 5th level spell to do animate objects, baby. Yeah. I'm gonna cast animate objects. I'm gonna once again claw myself out. I'm gonna quicken that spell quicken spell, animate objects, claw myself out, and I'm gonna say, Mages of Aor, help a bitch out! I'm gonna animate that big guy. I'm gonna be like, hit me! And then, that was a bonus action because I quickened that spell. Do we want to continue to have advantage on all attacks, or do we want advantage against her spell slinging?
She hasn't really started spell slinging yet.
I'm going to keep with Wrestle from Within. I'm going to do Wrestle from Within again.
I'm sure she's going to.
You can wrestle within. All right. So,
So I start. I'm going to literally take it literally, and I start almost like clawing on the inside as I'm trying to fight my way out. So once again, for another round, everyone has advantage on all attacks.
Okay.
Okay.
Imogen?
Wait.
Huh.
How did that just
Yes,
happen?
how can I help you?
Constitution saving throw, please.
I just went down a lot.
Yeah.
Wait.
Delilah and that fucking sword.
Oh, no, I rolled a 1.
Okay, so you take 54 points of necrotic damage.
Fuck.
Y'all,
Guys,
if I
this
hadn't
isn't
done that
good.
short rest, because I healed 6 points on that short rest, and I would be dead right
Or
now if
Constitution
not.
saving throw?
Okay.
I mean,
Matt Mercer's catching Jack.
doesn't matter.
This feels bad.
Find out.
5. Hold on. I'm going to
Ask if Delilah looks rough.
You're also within 10 feet, so you get a D4, but yeah.
I'm gonna use Indomitable and re-roll.
Plus your D4.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a natural 1, which I'll re-roll.
Do you know play?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
It's good. I'm
you
getting
need
it.
it. Okay.
It's good. 23 total.
Okay, so that succeeds. So you take only 27 points of necrotic damage.
27.
Correct.
I'm out.
Heal it for 20! It's only 20?
I can't TPK the party.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, I'm down because I'm only at 1 point.
Right.
So
Okay.
even
as Delilah kind of rising up, you watch as Laudna's feet leave the ground for a second, as the shadows begin to coalesce and swirl around her hands, as they kind of float up, and she sparks downward and throws it to the center of the chamber. This blackened kind of weird spike goes into the ground. And as it spreads outward, you see hundreds of shadowed skeletal hands bursting up out of the ground and reaching and grabbing. Some of you try and run out of the way, and as they reach for you, they don't even reach to grab you, they reach through you and pull tattered sections of your soul out for a split second. You watch as Orem just got to his feet, turns around and falls unconscious to the ground. You watch as Ashton takes the hit and just barely wills through pure anger, and whatever strange dunamantic power in his head remains is still on his feet. The rest of you kind of take the hit and just hear the cackle.
Everybody okay out there?
Imogen, you're up.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am going to. Okay, I can't. Let me look at this line.
Line!
I feel like I can line myself up if I do a lightning bolt to where it goes right down the middle, hits the sword, the skeletons, and the Laudna.
You could do that. It'll
It's
also hit
delightful.
it'll hit the statue as well.
It's delirious. She's Laudna.
If there's a way to bounce it.
Okay, I'm gonna 7th level lightning bolt.
Okay.
7th level.
Are you, and that's where you want to move there?
Huh?
Okay.
If it's is it an attack or a save roll?
It's a save,
Okay.
but it's a 21 save.
Oh wow.
Okay, got
Damn.
it. That's great. Delilah's gonna counterspell.
That's great.
Wait, did she burn her reaction, or I guess she didn't burn
She
her?
hadn't used her reaction yet. She only spends a 5th level spell. And it's a 7th level, you said?
Yeah.
Rollies!
So she has to roll higher. So,
She also has to roll a wild magic.
correct.
Oh,
yeah.
and I have to roll a
Both of you do.
Yes.
Now understand. So the 7th level spell, so it's a DC 17. She has to roll and adds a 6 to this. She has to try and basically get an 11 or higher. Natural 20.
You're on fire tonight!
Matt,
You are on fire!
Critical Mercer.
Wow!
Still taking half.
Wild magic. Wild magic.
I shouldn't be rooting for you, but I am.
Yeah, she does. Turn her into a goat.
As the lightning begins to apparate in front of you, she snaps and it vanishes. And she just, the shadowed face just smiles back at you.
Oh.
She's not yours anymore.
Talking shit!
Turn into a manatee. Turn into a manatee. Come on. Manatee.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
It's a natural fucking 20.
Oh!
Look at this shit!
Wild magic! Back to back
It's on you, you motherfucker.
Back to back 20. Turn into a goat.
That's crazy. That's
Turn
crazy.
into a
Roll
goat.
the 100 or do you?
Someone else wants to roll it for me, please.
Marisha
I can't
should
believe
roll
that
it.
shit.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, come on.
I did. I rolled
That's
a 3.
crazy.
Come on,
What if
roll.
it's something that changes the game entirely?
What if she turns into a goat?
97.
Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad?
Maximize the damage of the next damaging spell they cast.
No. Go home! What have you done to us? That for?
Wait.
What are you talking about?
Wait, but that could be you. No.
Could it?
It could be, depending on if you manage to make the save at the top of your turn.
Give me these
I'm just
back.
quickening spells. I'm quickening spells, though. I still got sorcerer points.
Punch yourself in your own
All right.
face and knock
That's
yourself
what
out.
I've been doing.
Okay, wow.
Oh God.
I do go next. I do go next.
No, you do not.
What do you mean?
Essek goes. No, Essek, then Breas, and then Chetney.
Then Laudna.
Yeah, but you go before her.
But I
Yes.
go before her.
You do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I still want to.
Finishing visuals go.
my plans.
It's Essek, who is now freshly transformed, looks and is like looking around, taking in the scope of this. I've been saving something in case we have to get away. I believe maybe this is the time to use it.
Wait, we can't leave her. No, we're not leaving her.
We're gonna get her.
No, he's using the high level is what he's gonna do, and she just wasted her counter
It's
spell.
like, do I get us out of here, or do I go all in
You go
against
all
her?
in. You go all in, Essek.
Leave her.
Oh no. A little one.
She's already burned her.
Is she undead? No, she's not undead. She is. So I get 4d8 plus. Jesus.
Yeah, that's good.
2 plus 29.
How do you want to
Wait, are we cheering? I'm not sure. I don't know. Hold on.
I don't know.
I will swing away with my weapon and strike several times. But as I'm doing so, the black ichor that's flying off the weapon is making sort of a splatter all across the wall behind. And after I swing and swing and swing, even after they're down, and after a moment, you see that the splatter is forming a pattern, and it's the symbol of Asmodeus.
Hell yeah. She falls back, crushed and battered. The shadow subsides and vanishes with a scream.
Back into Laudna.
Back into the body.
Is she stable?
She's currently dying.
What about the other?
I'll finish.
Did everything go with her?
As soon as she goes down, the other undead
And Craven
dissipate. The sword of Craven Edge vanishes.
Stable. I was gonna say, did we hit her? Did we hit her to kill her, or is she just unconscious?
She's
I
dying.
always hit the kill.
Okay, so we need to stabilize her, and I'm.
Send her to the hells to be with my lord.
I'm gonna go over
around
to her and
without
cure
remembering.
wounds.
I technically have strength of the grave.
Oh, that's right.
Do you want to use it?
Well, would that get Delilah back up?
We don't know.
Another spell with 4 words in it.
3.
Strength of the grave.
Wait, what is strength in the grave again?
If I
I think we can count.
do a charisma saving throw, I don't go down. I drop to 1 HP instead.
All right.
But I don't know if that's like.
Choice is
Do
yours.
What if this resets everything?
Then You get to build your own team at the end of this.
I don't even well.
What is the saving throw? What is the saving throw? What do I have to roll before I do this?
So
Strength of the
proud
grave.
of
Strength
you
of the
and
grave.
horrified.
Do you want
Wind
to take
damage is.
Gus's through?
Oh wait. No, that was radiant damage though, right?
There was some in there.
Wind damage that isn't radiant or from a critical.
You can't. So yeah, I can't use
So
it.
I can't do it.
All right, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna cure wounds.
I'm gonna,
I'm gonna run over to her.
and then, well, we still have an Orem issue, so I'm gonna run towards Orem full.
Good, because
The old cloak from the Greek live show that's just sitting in the bag.
We also have a weird rock we just picked
Weird
up.
green gem, but I'm X-nay on the green Gemini.
Maybe do it. Oh no, she's awake. It would have been good to do while she was asleep. Oh.
Jack comes out,
Fucking
just
bird,
puts
go
me
to
right
sleep,
back
Go
down.
to sleep. You don't breathe. Never mind.
I am so tired. This is our third fight of the day, right?
Who's counting?
Awake?
Are you complaining
healed?
while you're
I don't
healing
know.
your friend?
I don't know. Am I? What's happening?
Somebody,
yeah.
So she casts heal on you.
Yeah.
You come to consciousness. Your eyes are bleary, and the last memories you have are the horrible emotions of watching yourself being piloted, and uncertain in the moment how much is you, how much is Delilah. But the further it goes, the more you know that you didn't want that to happen.
You okay?
Is it you? Yeah, yes. I think so. Oh no.
Your ex was an
I
asshole.
give her a big hug. And just,
Yeah, it's her. Okay.
we gotta get her out of you. We gotta get her out. That can't happen again.
I clutch my chest. Do I still feel like the thrumming of Delilah?
Extremely faint, but present. The tiniest little.
I'm gonna come back over to where I hid the bag of holding and pull it out from under the tatters and look at Imogen and go, "You're right, it can't." I'm just gonna pull out and hold the amulet and look at Laudna. It's not my choice to make.
It was Delilah that wanted that. Not Laudna.
Wait, do we know what that is?
Are you sure about that?
I don't know what it does.
Yeah, we should figure out what it does. We also have the funnel.
Yeah, can I
We
Can
have
I
ways
see?
of dealing with it if we need.
I'm gonna identify.
Identify
I do have
spell?
one more identify.
We have the soul anchor from.
Let's take a look at that.
I would love to take a look at that.
Okay.
Samuel.
And then I'm really gonna need a nap nap.
We have all the pieces.
It's low.
Well, I have one more thing.
20.
Okay.
You take the soul anchor, and it is like a gem about so large. It has, it doesn't weigh much, and it has a number of darkened runes across it that were carved in that bound its previous entity. But soul anchors are designed specifically to contain and bind powerful entities to it. They've been used historically to, you've heard Thordak, the Cinder King, was bound to one of the most impressively built soul anchors that to a time kept him at bay. This one was powerful enough to contain a grand demon for some time before that bond was broken with its death, so now it is not bound to anything.
Do you know how to bind something to it? Do you learn that with Identify?
No, but you learn that with practition of powerful magics.
We only had a guy.
Yeah, we got a guy in the back who was once a ghost.
As Essex cleaning off his gloves.
Yeah.
Issit, come here. Please.
Of course, sorry, I'm shaking off some bad habits.
Wow. Was it the transformation that made your 9th level spell not hit?
I would prefer us not to mention that again in the future. It is extremely impressive when it works. Please, believe you me.
Sure, it would have been really cool.
Look, that little tiny rock looked like it was going to do a lot.
Soul Anchor is extremely rare.
They require quite amount of powerful magic and infusing of particular enchantments over time, yes, the materials are expensive, and depending on the nature of what is being bound, the magics required to do so are extremely well protected.
How fast can you bind something once you have that ability?
I mean, it requires a lengthy ritual, but it can be done depending on what you infer.
You are so clever.
I just, we have a lutenist.
Right. Does it have limitations?
Generally, the soul anchors require you to specifically bind it to an entity that is in proximity over a period of time.
I was thinking of our other problem.
Oh, well, I think it...
Same. What are you guys talking about?
I was thinking this might be a solution to our unwanted guest.
We could separate him
Yeah.
long enough. I don't know how we do that.
Wait.
How long is long?
We leave her here until we figure it out.
Like a minute? An hour?
I'd have to do some research. I have not done these bindings before, but I can find the information for it.
This might be something that can
We tempt her out and suck her in.
yeah. Honestly, we could even put her through the funnel afterwards.
Is she not destroyed?
Hilarious.
No.
She is just hard to kill.
I haven't been back with you very long, but sorry. They have caused more trouble for us in this short amount of time than anything. We fought a grand demon and various creatures, Dominox, and some of us didn't take a scratch. And I'm sorry, but you've hurt us worse than anyone.
Yeah, that's why we need to help her.
Yeah, I think we gotta figure it out before we can do anything else.
Does this person inside you give you power?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you need power?
She is powerful. She's plenty powerful.
Without the thing inside her?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Why
sure
can we not
about
just
that?
excise and banish the creature then?
Say again?
Why don't you, what?
Why can we not just excise and banish, destroy the creature?
We tried it. We tried it.
We tried even killing her on her own.
She's very smart. She's very clever, and she does not want to go.
He takes the Soul Anchor crystal and kind of looks it over. Now, there are certain enchantments that bind and harness power. This is not a common soul anchor. This is something... This is Aeorian development.
If you tell us we could have used it in that fight,
No, but perhaps the ritual can be prepared, and these signatures, these runes, can be altered to where it is bound and still useful.
You could use them together?
Do you know how to do it?
She could keep her powers.
I could try. I need to get back to my laboratory, though.
Yeah.
Is our business here complete?
I think so.
I'm
A little bit. And small and cramped and as cluttered as it may be, it is welcoming. As you all kind of step through immediately. Please, once more, I'm extremely embarrassed. Out of here, please, where it's more comfortable. There are seats upstairs in a study. I will make some tea, and then I will get to researching this. Looks back to you.
Just kind of avert my gaze as I'm
Laudna, right?
very embarrassed.
Laudna.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right?
No.
Good. Acknowledging these traumas is important, and sometimes you're uncertain what you're capable of until the worst people take advantage of you. I have been around long enough to see this happen to people I care about. Before I met them, and after. Try and do your best not to blame yourself. and if this is something we can do, and I will try. No promises. Let this be the beginning of a new path to recovery.
I'd like that very much.
Good. Hold on to that.
You said that it would almost reverse our roles, that I could... She would be my puppet.
If I can alter the enchantment enough, I don't see why I couldn't try, yes? How bound to her are you? Do you need her to survive?
I guess not. But I am scared of what I might lose. Especially with the oncoming battle ahead.
Well, let's see what we can do if you can make her your puppet instead. He clasps his hands over yours and kind of holds your eye contact. All right. Get her some tea.
Yeah.
There might be some stale cookies in the kitchen. You are welcome to them. I don't know. You said she's still with you, yes?
I can feel her faint.
Do you know how long till she'll be back?
I think that depends on me.
Then we need to hurry. Talk amongst yourselves. And he goes and takes his heavy coat off and puts it on the rack, and you can see he gets a more comfortable robe and throws it over, kind of throws a scarf over his shoulder that he kind of smells for a second, and then just goes down into the laboratory himself.
I'm gonna grab your hands and just gently lead you into the living area.
Who drew those dicks on the wall?
Let's get you some tea.
How's everyone else, though? It's... Orem and Ashton, you took quite a beating. I'm sorry.
I honestly have always suspected you would get knocked out pretty quick. I am very impressed. Ow.
Orm's gonna weakly sit. You sat her down?
I sat her down. I'm gonna start telekinetically bringing over like a teapot and...
Normally it's my job to get you the water.
Feels good to be able to help.
I'm gonna sit down next to you, except my feet are just sort of like hanging off the edge of the couch.
I'm just gonna lie down on the floor in the front of the couch while this all goes down.
My hand rests on your hand, and while I'm talking, little tiny tendrils of vine and flowers start to wrap around your hand and your forearm. I'm so sorry that the world is moving so fast that we couldn't take the time to help you.
You know, when all of that was going on, lost in the chaos and shadow, I distinctly remember having a thought. If there was anyone here who were to finish the job, put me down, I remember thinking, I hope it's Seedling. I hope it's Orem. I don't know why.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either. Maybe it's because I know. You have the ability to do what's right.
Not a lot of my choices have panned out, Laudna.
I I don't know if Dorian will ever be able to trust me again.
You're not as bad as you think. I'd rather kill a god than kill you.
We really are quite a fucked up family.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen and get some stale cookies.
See if they've hidden liquor.
No, Chet, come on.
They're terrible.
I'm gonna kill you.
Nevertheless, I found the tome I was looking for. I need to begin preparing a ritual. Are there any of you who are somewhat inclined with knowledge of the Arcanum?
I'm gonna go pick some green beans.
I'm gonna lie here and hope someone brings me a bottle of something alcoholic.
When it comes to blood, I'm your gnome.
Please,
I
nothing
know a
with
little.
blood.
I mean, yes,
I can certainly help someone know more.
I could probably help you.
Oh, yeah?
Well, then, So you say this entity is bound to you, right? Bound into your flesh and blood?
Yes.
And you are one of blood magic. Hemocraft. Interesting.
Do you have blood?
Yes.
And you have some knowledge of...
It's just very thick.
Sounds like the,
And he goes back to his book. I would like
Oh,
your
no.
help. Your help, obviously. Your help, maybe.
I want to help.
Yes, all right.
Ooh, carrots too.
Here in the middle of the Rexentrum night, the stillness here in response to the darker shades of the past days, the hint of joviality and the whisper of promise brings a rolling glimmer of hope as a handful of you gather here into the late hours of the evening along with Essek to begin iterating on, rescribing, and eventually preparing a ritual that could be an opportunity to change the fortune of one Laudna.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what we'll pick up next time.
Yes.
Oh.
Holy heck.
Don't worry, guys. We got the top minds on it.
Yeah, the tippy top.
Tippy top.
Tippy top.
Dang!
There's so much to process.
God, that's a lot to...
All right.
Laudna. Are you nervous?
Oh, I'm terrified. I'm very thrilled that it seems we have found a way to potentially do this sooner rather than later, and without it being by Ludinus's hand. I don't know. I think the thing that I'm most concerned about is who I'll be without her. If anyone is... I mean, it's her magic that's keeping me alive.
Yeah.
If this goes poorly... It won't go poorly. I trust you all.
Essek, Laudna is a really unique woman. Do you think that there's a way forward here that will keep her with us?
That is what I'm trying to do. You tell me. It is a risk, like all great and experimental magics are. If this Delilah is indeed a tether that keeps you here, then this ritual would keep you two tethered, but she would be bound within this anchor. Likely at your disposal.
I do love the sound of that.
In failure, the anchor becomes useless and she likely returns at her leisure, vengeful. If we fail entirely, there is always a chance that it does sever your tie, and both of you will be lost. So, knowing the risks involved, is it something you are still wishing to do?
Needs to be done.
Very well.
Oddly, I hope for either the best case or the worst case, because the middle option of her returning, well, that is the worst case.
Well then, let us do our best. He begins like hastily scribbling and like expanding this, looking over to a book for reference, and then trying to copy, and then erasing one of the serious kind of scrawled runes, and then redoing it with more care.
Just so we're clear, the options are you can separate and she comes back, or you both die?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they separate, they both die. What we're trying to do is find a way that they remain together, but...
You have control?
She's a, no more than a source of power for you.
Can you feel her right now? Is she awake?
She's weak, but she's in there.
Is she listening?
Do I get a sense that she knows she's listening?
Make an insight check. Actually, insight or perception, your choice.
Fucking heart is pounding. Perception?
Your choice.
Drinking this coffee is not helping. Ooh, icky. 9.
You are uncertain. You can just feel the faintest little thrum of her power, that cold core of shadow energy that's always lived in you since you woke up on the outskirts. So you know she's there, but that's all you know. Well, first, I must prepare the soul anchor. I would like aid from anyone here who has some experience with runic magics, arcane scripts.
Yeah, I've got like a natural vibe for it.
A vibe?
Yeah. I work with blood mostly, but I also just have I got a nose for this stuff.
To be honest, with your particular interest in blood magic, I might more recall you for the next step.
Oh.
Since once the preparation of the anchor is complete, we will need to embed it within Laudna.
Ooh! That's shit!
Yeah.
Surgery!
I have some religious training, if that would help, or are you talking about magic stuff?
This is specifically arcane-based magic, so...
I don't know
I
if
guess
any
pray.
I got zero zilch.
I mean, I have a
negative.
I have a little.
I'm gonna go scrub in.
Yes, please.
Texts?
But I'm not that well versed. I can read primordial. It depends on what the texts are in.
Yeah, we can both try.
All right, then the two of you come with me.
Okay.
As you walk with Essex, he glides over to one of the laboratory tables and sets the purple stone in the center of it. Flicks his wrist like this, and you watch the instruments kind of glide up in the air and then hold in place at different sections and just kind of float there. He takes one from the air and begins to kind of like magically chisel into it and change some of the runic elements of it. He pulls out a tome here and says, are either of you decent with copying text?
I've got beautiful handwriting.
I've got 3
I'll go with you on this one.
I'll take this one.
Kind of preps
But
a
I'm
few.
an artist, so yes, I'm
Yeah.
beautiful.
Preps a few paths along the facets of this crystal, and then hands you this instrument. And it's this elongated brass instrument with a coil around it, and you can see it has its own kind of runic text among it. And as you hold it, it feels warm to your fingers within but a few moments, and at the edge you can see there's this kind of spectral chisel that almost seems to shift with your imagination.
Ooh, cool.
This is-
Wow.
Moving the book up, he goes, I will give you the order of these runes and where to place them. I need you to be as precise as you can with their inscription.
I'm going to just stand behind you and just encourage you and tell you when you're doing it wrong.
Oh, great. Just like my dad.
So,
Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to hear anything
so for this, you can choose either an Arcana check or a straight dexterity check.
Oh,
now,
sleight of hand?
Now, mind you, this would be just actual manual dexterity or your knowledge of Arcana. You do have your Jack of all trades bonus to all of your stuff that you're not proficient with, I believe,
That's great.
as a bard. So, are you
Definitely be Dex.
Dex over Arcana?
Yeah.
And a
bardic.
And you're helping with this, so that would
I'm
be
helping.
advantage on the roll.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So many. That's good. That's good. That's good.
This up.
Don't roll two ones, basically.
So you watch as you place it down. You can see as Essig is both guiding this, Essig is also funneling magic from one of these other instruments into the back of this. And as it does, you can see that little spectral chisel at the end begins to become solid. Where you kind of place it, almost like glides into the stone itself and carves through. So he's running a lot of things of this and letting you kind of just guide the intricacy of it, so you can concentrate on the rest of it around you. And with your, how are you helping him?
Behind, as I watch him sort of guide the instrument around, every time he almost makes a mark, I'm like,
This isn't helping, actually.
I think that's right.
Okay. Is this better?
Are you sure you want to do that? Okay, good.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
No, it's good. It's good.
Thank
it's
you.
good.
Thank you. I think I've got it.
All right, so
Yeah.
so go ahead and roll.
I'm not even close to that.
Backseat Arcana.
You go ahead and roll a dexterity check for it with advantage.
With advantage.
And you get to add your 6 to it.
And add a bunch of stuff.
It's great. Already great. Okay, take the first one. Advantage Dex 21 plus the 2, 20.
And take the
23.
Plus the-
Should I use? It's what it's for, right?
Yeah.
And then also you
can
have
use
her
guidance.
So if you want to save,
Use this one.
24, 30. Am I there yet?
And a D4.
And a D4.
No! No!
2, 32.
Okay, 25 was the DC.
Okay.
Very
Doing it.
This is a challenging ritual.
25 is the DC.
I'm just writing stuff with the magic pen with my mind.
guiding every step of this.
As the sweat beads down the sides of your face over the next 20-25 minutes.
With this?
Yes.
Okay.
Essek kind of gliding over and almost like a shadowed puppeteer and an odd reflection of how you've always imagined Delilah existing around Laudna, but this time it's a hopeful image. The sounds of the arcane device is kind of grinding through the stone, burning through the smell of what almost has like a wet metallic scent at times. Others it has like a soft sun ray on dust sort of a scent. As these things mingle through and the sounds happen, the rest of you kind of wait in quiet silence, the tension building, kind of whispering amongst yourselves and hoping this goes well. At a certain moment,
This is so much effort and I didn't want.
Laudna.
This is. You guys have already been through so much with me. I didn't.
Why
This
would
is
you
a
stop
lot.
now?
My stomach hurts.
Do you need to go poo?
Don't let what she's saying
remember
stress
it's
you
the
out.
I'm
not.
It's like a skull. Like once every. I have to climb down a tree once every month.
Spit out the dust ball with all your bones.
Owl pellet.
Does.
Kids are dissecting
I'm gonna stand behind Laudna and just kind of rub her arms.
okay. of them falls off.
Oh, God.
That back. After nearly half an hour or so, the instruments go quiet, and you look down upon the stone in which the scrolling has been completed.
Did we... Is it...
It looks, to be perfectly honest, like very fine work.
Toy, that's great!
That's amazing.
You know, as a kid in all those penmanship classes, I was always like, why are we doing this? I'll never need this in the real world. And
This
here
is
we
the
are.
place. This is where it comes into handy. I felt the same about math.
All right,
We
so...
did it. We did it. We did it.
Well done. The first step of many is complete. Cheddar. Chetney.
Cheddars!
You had it.
Cheddars!
Blood nutter, such a serious ritual.
Blood nutter cheddars.
You are quite well versed in the gorier aspects of existence. This might be a bit intense.
I start taking off my clothes, getting down to my.
Wait, I don't...
Nobody asked for that.
Listen.
Do you work better
When
with
it comes
clothes
down
on?
to blood, it's better to be in your prime element. I'm just getting down to my skivvies.
As it kind of gestures over to the far wall, and a bunch of books kind of fall off as a kind of rolling table that kind of is acting as a temporary gurney, kind of shifts over to the center. Laudna, are you still all right with this?
It has to be done. This can't happen again.
And I will ask you to lay here, please.
Feels like when you're going in for surgery and you can see like all the tools being unwrapped and you're like,
Are you gonna use it? Is there any like a curtain or a pillow or anything in this room?
You might need some lumbar support.
No, there are definitely curtains and.
I'm just gonna mage hand rip it off the wall and like make sure the table's covered.
Okay.
So she's comfortable.
You got it.
She'll put it back. She'll put it back.
I was not now.
All right, so I am not a surgeon by any means, so I'll have to rely on your specialty of
Dr. Cheddars.
Wait, you're the one he's doing the surgery? He's doing
Unless
the...
you have a better.
He's really good with fine work. I mean, we've seen his carvings, and
He's great at metal.
he's a master craftsman. I have to.
Steady hands.
That's right.
Do you need an assistant?
I don't know yet. If I start crying out in panic, that means I need help.
Okay.
Chet, guidance.
And to remind everyone here,
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready.
Steady as she goes.
so an interesting point of question here too. This is a multi-stage ritual.
Yeah.
Each person can contribute to the ritual once.
So,
Can I...
Have we already fulfilled our duties?
You have fulfilled your duties.
So is she
With a
allowed to
success.
guide people? Is that considered adding to the ritual?
I'll say you can continue to guide people, but that will be your addition to this. So
just buffing
if you want to be
Just
something,
buffing? Buffing is
Buffing.
good enough.
That's
Okay,
huge. That's
okay.
huge.
so like narratively, if you wanted to, help somebody, but from an actual like mechanical standpoint, your benefit to this ritual is what you're doing.
That's good.
Okay.
So don't be afraid to also, narrate how you're guiding each person if you'd like to as well.
I say guidance.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best use of...
It's hard because we don't know all the steps yet.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't know what it
Because also, like, if I did an aura of life, I mean, maybe Laudna could be resistant to necrotic damage. Maybe that would help.
Do you want to just save till later in the ritual?
Yeah, let me just wait. Can I just think about it?
If you want to think about it, yes. But I'll say like that will probably hold off on the perpetual guiding if you want to save it for something else.
Okay, guidance. I think that's
You're gonna
probably
do it.
the best.
Guidance.
You got it.
Guidance.
Yeah.
It's
got
the
it?
best, yeah.
All right.
Take a chair and I just move it loudly across the floor. Step up on there and I take one of my sharpest chisel. Drag it across my hand and then flames come off of it. Gotta sanitize these things.
Yes, sure. Yes.
Don't worry, you won't feel You're gonna feel a lot.
Yeah, so off of that, am I gonna be conscious, awake this whole time?
We need you present for this ritual.
All right.
However, just a moment. And he starts going in through some of his, looks like a case of various alchemical compounds. This was gifted to me by a friend a while back. Blows all this dust off of it, and you opens it up, and there's just a bunch of vials and things put around there. You can see the little label on it that says Bernardo on the bottom.
No!
It just kind of goes through and pulls out a pouch and kind of like pulls out this mulch type material and says, the placement of this stone will have to be behind the sternum.
Right.
So, if you want to apply this around where the mark of decision would be, it should numb the space to pain.
I don't need it.
Gangster.
Very well. Puts it back and closes the case and slips it underneath the table.
I have dogs leap from my chest from time to time.
It's very high.
Want a stick to bite on or anything?
I'll have a stick to bite on. Do you have a stick? Wooden spoon?
Reaches over and grabs what looks to be a wooden, like a heavy tome bookmark with a crook at the end that kind of holds on to the edge of the book itself. Here you are.
Okay.
The rest of you may wish to avert your eyes or not, but he goes and takes the same chalk he's been using and kind of like, moves aside a little bit of your outfit and marks right beneath where the sternum is to where the incision will be. I will be conducting a binding ritual of this to your essence as it is being placed within. Take care and wait for my signal for each point of its attachment.
Sure. Are we going above the xiphoid process and cracking the breastplate, or are we going under?
I do not think we need to break any bones to do this. I would prefer to go under.
Okay.
Well, you tell me what is best for you, I suppose.
I mean, does that thing open up a bunch? Like, have we seen a bunch of barn door action happen when you go crazy?
Yeah, you have.
That's what I was thinking.
It's more magical.
It might be more malleable than we think. We could just drop an elbow in there and get that thing.
Pretty brutal.
What can you show me?
I rip a dog from my chest, I guess.
I think I was like, watch out!
See, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, I just gotta start screeching his little head.
Good boy.
And your chest just goes like afterwards. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a problem.
Can you keep that open?
Can I? Can I?
If you
Give it a try.
I mean, you are used to changing your physicality to terrify
again,
people
I'll try to hold that son of a bitch.
All right. I lay down and I just take my finger and I kind of give myself almost like an autopsy cut.
Oh, fuck!
And
Give him the Y?
Give it the Y,
Yeah.
and then kind of peel
Like the
back a
rib-
little bit.
Actually, I'll reach in, take out a split, shove in a little.
Do we want to have the machine ready to go? Do we want to have some
door stops?
Do we want to
The
burn a
harness?
match? Yeah, the harness, and maybe burn something for this, just in case, or at least be ready to.
Oh, like, well, I don't know what that is,
I don't
but
know.
to
Do you
like
want to hold
anyone?
anyone? Do you want to hold a hand, Laudna, or you want?
I'll be. Maybe.
Also, do we have permission to stare at your chest for this whole procedure?
They've seen so much.
Okay, good.
Yes, they've seen a
Her
lot.
cracked chest is just sitting open,
We
by the way.
shot something together.
We've seen those bones a lot.
All right.
Essex, by the way, is now like 4 feet back as you do all of this, and he's just like, right.
I lay down on the table.
I'll get my materials. He shifts his hand around, and some other instruments kind of lock into place above.
You're gonna be great.
Yeah. I'll
He grabs the tome.
I'll see you all on the other side.
You will.
You're all very capable. You especially, so wouldn't trust anyone else.
Oh, should I step down from?
No,
Oh, okay.
No, just.
All right.
Good time to be petty.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I just
Ritual works.
just
Die
wipe
from
your lungs a
infection
little
3
bit.
weeks later.
Wipe your heart.
Dab, don't wipe.
Oh, it
Dab,
doesn't really
dab,
need
don't
that
wipe.
much. Okay.
Oh, God.
It's very slow.
You gotta dab it.
Gotta keep an eye on him though. He might carve RTA inside.
Yeah.
her,
Wouldn't believe it.
Oh, God.
I'm ready.
More sawdust.
As he begins like muttering the incantation under his breath, you see the tips of his fingers begin to glow. As he does, you can see from the instruments begin to weave almost like a silken thread of arcane energy that also begins to weave between his fingers. And he kind of winds it, spins it like a skein almost around his fingertips, just kind of focused on the crystal as he slowly hands it over to you. He just continues the incantation and gives you a nod. As you begin to bring it there, you see that one of the threads sticks to the crystal, and the crystal kind of glows ever so faintly, and the kind of thread just kind of faints in the air like this little hairline element of gossamer, unmoved by air or breath. He continues the incantation as you see the cracked open rib cage of Laudna there waiting, and as you kind of look towards it, you can see the thread that went into the crystal begins to slowly find purchase, kind of up and under the rib cage to guide you.
I'm gonna take the wood chisel while I'm holding the soul anchor, and I'm gonna draw a small incision along the inside of her organs and just collect some of her black ichorish blood. I'm gonna smear it on the soul anchor and cast like a blood maledict, just to get it to ignite, and it'll take on like a strangely lightly blue, like softly glowing flame on the outside of it, off of her blood in my hands as we try to push it in.
Very cool. So you all watch tensely as Chetney begins to find place within her innards to both fit this where it is, but also each of these silver threads, another one begins to emerge from the skein, kind of thread through this stone and then find a back of part of the ribcage as well. It's this slow, arcane stitching of this stone within the cage that's splayed to that when the final thread is pulled, it will knot itself together like finishing sewing together a carve in a piece of cloth. This is a slow, arduous process. As you are laying there, the incantation's turning into just a droning sound in the background. Focusing down, you can feel the
She doesn't like this.
You hear a whisper in the back of your mind. What are you doing?
Just turning the tides a little bit.
You need me.
You're absolutely correct. And you need me.
Chetney, I need you to roll a medicine check for me.
No problem.
And I need you to add, because of your Hemocraft, you can add your spell modifier to it, your Hemocraft modifier to it.
Okay.
Vern has
Guidance.
So go ahead and roll a d4.
Oh, I rolled a d4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah, okay.
That's an 18.
Wait. Plus
20.
20?
The DC was fucking 20.
This is so. I'm so stressed.
You did the right thing, though. You picked
You did the right thing. Yes,
Yeah.
because if you hadn't,
Yeah.
we would have failed that.
You did the right thing.
Oh my god.
Let's
So-
pass out.
Okay.
Slowly and carefully, as these arcane threads begin to weave through the bones and flesh, you can feel them cold at first, and the blue flame begins to create a warmth as the crystal begins to be placed within. It's at first a burning sensation, but then it becomes a warmth that you haven't felt in a long time, and you have flashes of memory back to childhood of what it felt to be warm, to have that flicker of life that you don't really appreciate until it's gone.
Just see Laudna kind of grip her hand a little bit as it feels a little tingly.
As the threads continue weaving through and the incantation continues, you watch as the arcane skein that Essex has crafted begins to tug and pull away, and as it does, it's almost like a cat's cradle. What you saw was a kind of a clustered series of threads pulls back into a woven network of intricate shapes and runes, like a geometric spider's web that pulls back, and as it tugs, you see the ribs begin to close up. A successful placement of the stone within. At that moment, the rest of you begin to watch as the blue flame begins to darken, as shadow begins to drift out of the open wound and into the air, a familiar dark shadow. As this is pressing forward, as it keeps muttering, and you can see he's not stopping the incantation, his eyes are going wide and looking around at the rest of you. The shadows beginning to swirl around, and you can see little bits of purple energy and flame like flicking around the side of her neck. You can feel her now climbing out of the shadowed basement that she's been locked in these past few hours and is now starting to push towards the surface.
Kind of sputters a little bit, and you see a little bit of like that black ichor and blood kind of cough up out of her.
What do you do?
Out of her mouth.
I'm gonna burn a couple rages. I'm gonna start concentrating and seeing if I can. I'm gonna try and tap into something useful. I don't know if it'll work or not, but
okay. So go ahead and let's burn a rage.
Yeah. That's cocked. Yes. As I sit and start breathing very slowly, trying to control this energy, which I never try and control this energy. I focus, and there's a shift, and a few odd things happen, and eventually, after going a little gray and a little red and phasing, little rainbow sparkles, little shocks start to hit as I hit the probability point. I was wondering if it's possible just to add as a bonus for the rest of this, for anyone who's got something for this, to mark Delilah with Mark of the Messy End.
Sure, I'd like to. I will say your rage will drop in a moment because you don't have anything holding it. So if you have something you want to contribute now, which would be that?
That would be that.
Okay.
So there's just sparks, little sparks trying to contain the smoke and push it in different directions and tear it apart.
What does Mark of the Messy End do?
It means that basically crits, or however you deem to use this, are now 18, 19, and 20 for the next 6 seconds. Yep.
So what I'll do is for this, I'll say, regardless of the DC, whatever the next contributing roll is, if it's an 18, 19, or 20, it is a success.
Okay.
Regardless of the DC.
Okay.
And that's like total, not the die roll.
Okay.
Cool. I look over at Oren.
Got it.
Just make eye contact with him. Seedling.
I place my hand on the hilt, and I walk over and raise my hand up to your shoulder.
If it goes wrong.
It's not gonna come to that. You are surrounded by people who care for you, and you have more love in your heart than Delilah has ever had in her long, cursed history. And flowers start to grow out of Orem's hand. Little red poppies again start to spread out on small tendrilled vines and wrap around Laudna's neck and spiral around her arm and down her body, beautifying the table that she lies on. And they glow with a subtle black light, and Orem will hex Delilah. and give her disadvantage. Actually, I think if we try to do anything to her, I think wisdom is what I'm thinking controlling stuff.
Yeah.
She's a disadvantage for wisdom now.
So both of your contributions here, we need a roll to contribute to this. I'll say between both of these, to combine both of these abilities to try and keep her at bay and lock her in, this is going to be a contested roll of wills. So I need one of you to roll a wisdom check.
Very average. So that's D20 plus.
Guidance.
Now, because you're both helping in this, in theory, this would be with advantage.
Okay. With guidance, yes. And it's just my wisdom modifier added to whatever I roll?
Correct.
18, 19, 20.
And then Asher's gonna add it in before.
So there's a lot of good ways this could go. There's a lot of bad.
Oh, you're doing guidance. So I got 21.
What did you roll?
Plus 2?
18.
Rolled an 18.
So that's a success on my and plus 2.
So,
crit.
Correct.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Because of what you had applied to this, it is considered a crit. So regardless of the DC, it's a success. So you watch as Essek is seeing you lean forward as you're concentrating, and you all watch as these sparks fling off. They emerge in kind of multitudes of odd colors, and then as they kind of shift to combine with whatever the shadow is, they shift into like a grayish mist with almost like silverish specks throughout, and begin to, in many ways, resembles some of the magic you've seen Essek control and manipulate since you went to Aor with him. And his eyes even go wide more and kind of briefly make eye contact with you with like a, we'll talk about this later, kind of head tilt. As you holding Seelig before you, all these vines begin to reach out and swirl and entrap. As they begin to grasp for the shadow, it's almost like the vines become shadow in their own right. And as they begin to swallow the shadow that is emerging from Laudna, they solidify into blackened vines that hold it there, locking it like a dead plant over a wall. As this happens, you all feel this wave of warmth in the room, sourcelessly. There's no windows here. It's a basement laboratory, but you feel a warm gust of wind that feels oddly welcoming, and you feel a familiar presence that you felt once before. As the shadow gets locked in, you hear within your mind a scream. I will not be stopped. And you feel like the force kind of trying to keep through. You're trying to hold her back, but you all begin to see Laudna's eyes beginning to flutter and lull back. You can feel like Essek getting a little more nervous, but as he pulls the final thread closed on the binding of this soul anchor into her chest, and the final bit of the skein kind of drifts inside, he closes the book and says, "We're almost done. The incantation's complete. Now, I need to initiate the actual anchor." And he puts his hand over the area on the chest that's been closed. At which point her back arches upward and you can see you're now in the middle of a fight. You're no longer present in the room. You withdraw back into shadow, and in this darkened space you can see just the faintest flicker of blue flame and darkness around you. And you just float there in this cold space. Then out of nowhere, she reaches for you, and you see Delilah, her hands around your throat, and she's just strangling you, pushing and holding towards you, her eyes locked on you. Her fingers begin to pull upward like her arms divide. There's now hands on your throat, but a second form of hands rip off of the first set and begin to try and claw for your mouth.
What can we
like
see?
they're trying
What
to
can we see?
You just see Laudna, like her back arching on this table, and Essek trying to hold his hand there as he keeps his eyes closed and begins muttering
Can
a
we
secondary
help
incantation.
this at all?
How do you want to contribute to
Can
this?
I put my hands on either side of Laudna's head and I'm going to try to force my thoughts down into her mind as well?
Yes, you may.
And I'm going to see Delilah, try to talk to her.
You do.
Delilah?
Yeah.
As you push down into the space, you see kind of the low flickers of blue flame and shadow around, and from your perspective, you get a glance at the horizon, and you've been here once before. You see the shadowed outline of the building cityscape of a once dead Whitestone, just barely cast in grays and blacks around you. You see up above in the expanse the extending growth of leafless tree branches as the blackened sun tree that you once burned together now grows once more in the darkness, now splintered in 4 different places, pushing past the burns that kept it at bay. And you see there the 2 fractured spirits of Laudna and Delilah Briarwood entangled and fighting.
I'm going to run to her.
You float up next. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a welcoming light. A bright lavender spark kind of arrives.
Imogen. I'm going to come up behind Laudna and just send my energy through her and hold on to Delilah's hands. Try to give Laudna my strength. And I'm going to look Delilah in the eyes. There's only 2 ways for this to end.
You can't have her.
Either you go into that anchor or you end. We're not making another choice.
I've endured far worse than this.
I know you have. This will give you a chance to fight another day.
Go ahead and make a charisma check for me.
Come on. Yeah, guidance? I mean, can I
Yeah, and this is
Okay.
your contribution as
Okay,
opposed to a
okay,
direct roll. So
No, she's...
Just a charisma, not a persuasion, just a charisma.
Damn it.
correct. In this instance here, there is no convincing her. She knows what she's on the cusp of being imprisoned.
God, I'm so fucking scared.
Now,
Is there any way I can help?
that's what I was going to say. The only other person that hasn't contributed to this ritual is you, Laudna. How are you wanting to contribute to this?
Okay, so kind of put my hands over top of Imogen's. Feel hers. It's like her ghostly spirit almost like intertwines with mine. I'm going to look at Delilah. And as she's choking me, I'm just gonna give a little smile. These years of being your puppet, it ends today one way or another. I think it's your turn. And I'm going to cast Void Puppet.
Oh, shit, this is a move. Oh, what a choice.
And so you see every person who was hanging on that tree with me that day, their spirits like erupt out from Laudna's back and loop around, and you see their spirits like stretch and almost begin like spaghettification and go and attach to Delilah's back as if they are puppet strings. As my grip on her tighten, and so this gives me and hopefully Imogen in her role advantage on intimidation charisma checks and gives Delilah disadvantage
Oh, shit.
on a saving throw. The exact wording is if I target her with the spell, she has disadvantage on it, but.
Yeah, correct. So for this, the effective benefit is you are giving Imogen advantage on her charisma roll.
Okay.
It's huge. Huge.
Sorry, I just had to roll.
Oh.
I don't know what I have to roll. Okay, 21.
Plus.
It was a 15 plus 1 for guidance and then plus 5.
Okay. As you're staring into her eyes, you hold on to her hands. All these spirits emerge and thin out into these strings that attach to the back of Delilah Briarwood. And from the distant shadow of Whitestone Spectre, hundreds of other threads emerge until she has a network of every person that fell in that city, pulling her from behind. There is a burning hatred in her eyes, a purple flame that grows brighter and more intense. You feel as if you had flesh in this moment, it would be burned away with just the piercing volume of hate behind them. As she opens her mouth to speak, and every single one of those threads pulls her away. As she gets pulled silently into the shadow behind, Essek presses his hands down onto Laudna's chest, finishes the incantation. Her entire body from the inside begins to glow a vibrant purple glow, to the point where the ribcage itself is the only darkened spot. The rest of her flesh is now alight like a lantern from the inside. Where her back is arched, her eyes and mouth fire out that same purple light, and that blackened shadow gets cast off like a torch to the darkness. As you pull your hands back, the light diminishes. Laudna's body relaxes, and Essek is pulled back and is kind of just floating in the air, looking down. His eyes scattered around, looking for any sign of success.
That's a bit fair.
Laudna? Matilda?
She's there.
Who's there?
Who?
Delilah. She's there, but she's yours.
Oh! Muzzle the bitch! Got her! Got her!
You look inward for a second, and what you see is that burning hatred and that screaming, shadowed face, quiet, as it blasts against and rails against this ancient Aeorian crystal that holds her, her flames, her shadow, drifting out like a sieve into the bone-like ribcage that contains her for as long as you walk this realm. And you look down upon this inside yourself, inside your spirit. She is entirely yours.
Look at my hands. Do they look any different?
Not particularly.
I'm going to attempt to conjure Pate, because he's been gone for a minute.
As you go to conjure him, you feel where once you had to borrow energy from this darkness inside you as a request, as a sharer. Now you siphon it from this crystal, and you watch that purple flame in her hated expression dim as you draw from her as you please. And as you do, the shadow swirls in your hand.
What happened? Did I fuck it up?
Is this bad or normal bad?
Where are we?
We did.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, that's Harry.
I draw my weapon.
No,
It's Delilah, is it?
That didn't come out of the green.
I will attack.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
That's a 19 to hit.
It hits.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Bring it, Supercut.
9 plus 7, 16.
16 points of damage. All right, and you added your divine.
I did not.
An extra D8.
Another 4. 20.
Okay. He's like, immediately just scatters.
I have smited Delilah.
Oh, Brayus, you're so brave.
Thank you.
That was pate.
Yes, I made Delilah into pate.
Does she still feel as cold, or?
Do I feel warm? Tell me.
Her hands are cold. But you felt her hands before.
These are distinctively less clammy than usual.
Still right. They're very much like room temperature.
Yeah, you're just
Like-
cold, but not like. What the fuck? Can I look down at her chest?
Yeah. Do you see? Can you see like?
Again.
My blouse is still kind of undone. Do you
Please,
see?
that's a master craftsman.
You tell me.
I imagine if you like look faintly, maybe there's like a dull, like when you were a kid and you'd shine like a flashlight through your hand in the dark, and you can kind of be like, "Whoa, I see the veins." Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to describe. There's a particular like wall lamp out of a rib cage and mist that comes to mind for me, but like it is that kind of like scenario where you can see the darkened shape of her rib cage only because the light that peeks through it, that faint purple glow of the soul anchor, indeed is visible.
Oh yeah, Boney Stark.
Can I,
Oh my god.
like look inward?
Yeah.
Do I still feel like a faint beating heartbeat? Is she looking through my eyes? Is she more or less cut off?
Make an insight check.
She can't see shit anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically thinking of like Imogen being like, I hate that she watches us.
Guidance.
Natural 20.
Was it's a
My
new
God.
Sick
Oh,
blur.
flamey
Introduce it in.
Yeah.
You take a moment to take stock of where she resides within your essence. She can only see what you want her to see.
Okay. So I can, if I'm like, yo, tell me about the Cerberus Assembly, I can be like, ding, 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 like tapping on the aquarium, but she's not accessing me at all times.
Correct. Mind you, she would need some real particular convincing to want to help you in any
Not
way,
at
shape,
will.
or form now.
Yeah.
You've essentially you've entrapped your patron.
You're
Damn.
You are enemy number
Damn.
one.
You can pull her power, but she doesn't have to help
That
you.
could have come in handy
Yeah.
a while ago. That's the move.
Boy, you just got to bribe her on occasion, maybe with a sandwich or something. That's great.
Yes, she's. She won't be. She won't be watching us anymore.
I just kiss her.
I kissed her. Can we get back together now? Okay.
I just hang my head.
2 down.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing. It's
Feel different?
different, but in an nostalgic way, like in an old way, like more like myself, like a sense of clarity. It's like, well, you know, walking through life with like a fog in your head all the time.
Looking at Laudna, is there any subtle difference, like a little more blood in her cheeks?
Yeah, so we were trying to figure out if she's like.
Yes.
There's a little more color to her. She's still Laudna. She's
still undead.
She's still
wrecked.
Yes.
she is still what she is, and she is still bound by the spell that keeps her here. She and Delilah are still irrevocably tethered, but the dynamic has changed.
It's nice. Feeling like I have control. Thank you all. You've done it not once, but twice.
This one feels better.
Forever in your debt.
No.
You look down because you feel Chet's hands around your ankle, and I'm taking one of my finishing chisels and I'm just carving into your ankle.
C P O. I do it on all of my best works. Just tough it out. O P C poop. C pop. Oh.
C poop.
Lord, I hope
There's
I'm
an
teaching
extra
it There we go.
Ah.
You're in good company now.
You know, only you would I allow to do that.
I know.
Some cult shit that just happened.
You're welcome.
That's really fun.
I feel weird if I carve C-pop into your ankle. I don't know why I would do that.
Wow.
We should get some rest.
Yes.
I would like that very much as well.
Oh, yeah. I feel like shit.
Well, and he kind of like glides down into this like heavy leather chair that's creaky and well overused. Kind of, not every day you get to be part of such a moment.
Thank you, Essex.
Happy to have been of service. I still have a lot of service to make up for in this lifetime.
We should celebrate. Who knows what the aftermath is tomorrow from what happened earlier today? We're fucking exhausted. We're in a big city. We just scored a win for once. We should celebrate you.
Celebrate us.
Are you thinking like a house party or like a go out and get ready sort of thing, or?
What do you recommend, Essex?
Dorian's like, can I wear my shoes How slutty are we getting?
Just wondering how slutty
Are you
it's
jealous because Laudna had her tits out?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any for a bender. Yes. Well, as far as
You can always sleep and then bender tomorrow.
No, I understand.
I'm fucking a rager. I just mean commemorating the moment.
It's been a second since we've had a win.
I
Real positive.
believe I have a few things that can work for the occasion. But indeed, in this late evening hour, Essex procures a few bottles of wine, a few, partially drinking bottles of brackish liquor, put some glasses and mugs out for you all, and there is kind of a breakfast nook table that can fit you all in a crowded way around if you wish to take a minute and celebrate.
Toast.
To new beginnings.
I'm miming. I have a
To
cup.
new beginnings.
To new beginnings.
Wow.
Before the end.
I got a real cup. I don't have to mind.
To a bunch of losers
Oh,
winning.
Yes.
To finishing strong.
Hell yes.
Hell.
It's being in control of our destiny.
Yes.
Here, here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bottoms up.
Cheers. Bottoms up.
It's nice to meet you all.
Oh. You know, one thing that I really wanted to ask Ludinus before he was like, call me later, bamfed away, was, he's had all this time to commune with Brodolthos and build things, and, I've heard of people in the past going and visiting the gods and talking with them, just in the way that we were having a very nice, communication is key, right? Communication is everything. So why, I just wonder if he has gone and just, talked to the gods. Maybe this is going to sound batshit, but...
Today? It's going to sound bad shit today.
Maybe we go and talk to the gods and just be like, look, here's the deal. There are people with very big plans and they want to eat you or zap you with a big god laser.
I mean, I remember FCG communing with the Changebringer, but I don't remember. I don't know.
Stories. I don't know if they're true.
We might not have to look too far. Wild Mother was here.
Right now?
I don't feel her right now, but I did when you were on the table, Laudna.
We had a little matron vision before, but it wasn't anything we were looking for. Felt like an accident.
I don't know what to make it, but they're paying attention and they're with us when they want to be.
The Wild Mother came to you?
20 minutes ago when Laudna was on the table.
You mean 3 6s and 2 minutes ago?
Wow.
I mean, that seems like an arbitrary
You could see it
direction
that
to
way.
make.
That was
Sure.
so fast. That was so fast.
Why can't you do math like that when we're in combat? Is my question.
Oh my god.
Why are you like this?
Everything starts with 3 6s.
I don't know what it means, but Laudna, I have the feeling that she wanted you on your feet again.
Oh.
Feeling.
If I have to deal with one more crazy bitch watching us when we're trying to bone, I'm gonna be real fucking pissed.
Sorry, I'll stop.
I've been.
That's a thread.
Get your long rest, friends.
Clean.
That was needed.
Other than a point of exhaustion still.
Oh, bummer.
That's worth
Are we
it.
taking a long rest? Was that what you said?
It happened.
Oh,
Sometimes it's worth it.
during the long rest, can I go and I'll take the new demon shell armor cloak that we found down in Aor. Do we get rooms? Individual rooms in Essex House?
Oh no.
Not individual rooms. It's not that big.
I can just take a couch
no.
anywhere actually. Yeah. And I will attune to the new demon shell armor.
There are 2 guest bedrooms.
I'm gonna need a private room with Laudna for a little bit.
Oh, that's fair.
Fair.
I can stay in the stables.
Fair.
Fair.
We're having makeup sex.
Yep.
I get it.
Make up sex.
As you attune to the cloak, so yeah, you are now wearing around you very form-fittingly fiendish
shit.
essence. To what ends that might mean, who knows?
Dude, amazing.
But it's with you all the time now, right?
Yeah, I mean, my other clothes will go over it if I choose to wear
If
other
you choose
clothes.
to wear. Yeah.
I might just rock out with my demon cloak out,
I'm sure we're
like a Tron
do we
figure.
see the outline?
Spanx, where it's just like sucking it in where it
Can we
needs to.
see it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of walk around a little bit for those that haven't gone upstairs to makeup.
What color is it?
It's a You ever try wearing two different shoes?
Me?
Yeah.
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 Sometimes.
What do you mean, like
Wait,
the
why?
different pairs?
Yeah, if you have
Or,
like non-matching shoes and try
Oh.
and spend a whole day in those bitches. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's gonna throw off like your alignment.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
I'm not here.
She came down. I guess she got bored.
Oh, I thought this was the morning. Oh, I thought this was the next morning. I guess she got bored.
Give her a little bit. She's rusty. It's
Came down
okay.
for water.
Yeah, it looks good, right?
Imogen and I definitely sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually stumble downstairs. Before we do anything, I have this amulet that I keep forgetting about that I would like to identify. I stole it off of a dead body in Aor. I apologize. I was in a really weird headspace. But can it help us?
Everything we've owned, basically, we've stolen off a dead body. That's
That's
kind of
true.
how we work.
That's true. That's true.
It's ecologically sound.
Okay, so you are identifying it?
I can't identify it, but I'm
Identifier in the house.
There is
In one film.
either Fern or Essek.
Yeah, I could give it a go. Unless Essek, you want to do it.
Well, they said before they go downstairs. Are
Oh,
you?
no.
No,
when
I'm
she
coming
comes
downstairs.
Oh, I should come downstairs.
Yeah.
Got it. I see.
Look at that, you're not eating it.
Needs to
Fuck
rehydrate.
yeah.
I know. I know. I don't have any,
Do you have that
desire
same?
to suck at it. No.
I'm
It's
proud
very
of you.
pretty.
Oh, that's really nice.
I might get some good wear.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking it up. I'm gonna find it. Give me a second. Sorry. I'd forgotten that you had grabbed that.
I am. This is so nice to see you just holding a magical item and no one's having
No
a
one's
panic
dead.
attack. Nah, everything's great.
Rare thing.
As we're walking to the sanctuary, can I just take Essek's hand as we're walking and say in his head, "Thank you. I didn't get a chance to say it earlier, but what you've done for us is immeasurable."
And it takes a minute and responds in kind. I wish I could say it was purely altruistic, but I'm still working to burn the rest of the guilt off my soul. So, thank you all for being the bastions of goodness that you are. You know, in the face of acknowledging how complicated each one of us is.
Well, I don't know what you did in your past, but can't say I'm not grateful that brought you here.
But every little bit can help.